Hello everyone, my name is Tamara Lambert and welcome to my classroom environment, schedule, expectations, and procedures presentation. I am currently a kindergarten teaching fellow. Previous to being a teaching fellow in a kindergarten classroom, I taught pre-K for 10 years. In addition to being a kindergarten teaching fellow, I also volunteer at a preschool a few days a week in a pre-K classroom. In the future, I would like my classroom to be with pre-K, if not kindergarten. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the physical classroom environment of my future classroom that I look forward to setting up. When setting up my future classroom, I want the following to apply. I want a natural flow from the moment you walk into the classroom. I want it to feel welcoming, and I just want that natural process and feeling to be in place the second you walk through that door. I want the entrance to provide easy and direct access to cubbies and a parent board. Bathrooms and a washing sink will follow along the same wall as the cubbies, allowing for easy access to hand washing. The overall objective is a clean and easy drop-off for parents, and this makes things easy for the teacher and the child. The centers will be placed through the different centers of the classroom, not so much center activities, but the different spaces like your dramatic play, your science area, and so forth will be thoughtfully placed around the perimeter of the classroom. These centers will be strategically placed, and tables will take up the larger area of the heart of the classroom, as well as a large rug that will be used for circle time and floor activities. So this is what I would like my future classroom to look like. I did have a little trouble uploading this, so excuse the graininess in the photo. But as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, that is the main door, the entrance to the classroom. To the right is a parent board that will also include safety information, any type of information on what's going on in the classroom, resources to the community, allergies, and that sort of information. And to the left, you will see that long stretch of cubbies that I was talking about, followed by a bathroom area. And then to the very, very back of the classroom, you'll have your washing station. This is where I'm hoping for that easy drop-off experience. And then you will see two large tables. Those tables will be where the children will eat snack and maybe work with manipulatives, which are to the right of the washing sink. Along the perimeter, as we move to the right, we have our science center, and then followed by a calming corner, which everyone loves and appreciates. This is a great space for students to go where they can feel safe, regulate their emotions, and just find a nice balance with the classroom. To the far right, we have our library. I put this purposely here so that the calming corner to the library is a nice quiet transition, a nice quiet calming space. As we work our way down, we see that nice big round circle time rug, and this is where all of those wonderful morning meetings can take place and those circle times throughout the day. As we move further down, you'll see that block center right next to that dramatic play area, and this is where the kids can feel free to be a little bit more boisterous, a little bit more rambunctious within a controlled and safe space. And then you'll see that in the middle of the classroom, you have that literacy table. This is where a teacher, the second teacher, or whichever teacher is going to be in charge that day, to sit down and work with the children on their academics and any type of literacy work that might be going on. Those tables are placed strategically there because, little children do love to play and run, and this is kind of creating a barrier to prevent that action from happening in the classroom. And all centers are placed on the perimeter of the classroom to ensure that the teachers can see all areas of the classroom. Now for a sneak peek at the actual classroom that I'm working in, here we go. This is the current classroom, and as you can see, it's a long skinny type of classroom, and they do have the centers that are placed along the outside of the classroom. And this is a picture of the family wall. I do like that their family wall was right next to the door, so that's where I got the idea for wanting this in my future classroom. I do like that the parents can quickly, when they're dropping off their child, see any type of reminders. They're right there. The physical environment will meet Standard 9 of NAEYC's Physical Environment Standards. The classroom will be designed in a way that makes it easy for supervision. All furniture and toys will be age appropriate. Materials will be age appropriate, clean, and safe for all stages of development. First aid kits and equipment will be available at all times. So when we are looking at that classroom schedule, I did find a quote that I found was really nice. Just like adults, children feel more confident and secure when their daily activities are predictable and familiar. A consistent daily schedule and a step-by-step routine gives children a predictable day. In the classroom that I currently volunteer at, they have a really nice schedule. It is broken down chunk by chunk, and every minute matters, and that's the motto of this school. And they make sure that every single second is accounted for, and it's predictable. The children know what to expect. I like to say it's consistently inconsistent, meaning there is a consistency, but the inconsistency is all those different activities that are happening. Each day it's something fun and exciting. Here is an example of the current schedule at the school that I volunteer. 7 to 9 a.m. They have a welcome snack and free play. 9 to 9:30 is their circle time and calendar, and I love that they have the children help set this entire portion up. 9 to 9:45 hand washing, 9:45 arts, and so on. You can see the breakdown of the day. Expectations. Setting expectations and rules is probably the most important step a teacher will make. Clear and consistent expectations provide guidance on what to expect and how to behave in a classroom. It is said that when children understand what is expected of them, they are more likely to display appropriate behavior. Thus, it is important for teachers to establish behavior expectation and rules as part of the overall classroom behavior management system. In the classroom, expectations are going to look like classroom rules. Clear expectations of cleanup routines, clearly marked areas for children to put things away in appropriate places, visual aids in the classroom as well. Expectations need to be consistent and talked about daily or referred to as children achieve each one. I took this clip off from the web, but I really do love it, and this is something that I think I will use in my future classroom. I love the we approach. In our classroom, we are a team, we are positive, we respect one another, we try our best, we make good choices, we are kind, we are honest, we listen to each other, we work hard, we encourage each other, and we are all important. I feel that these rules can be applied in every aspect of a preschool, whether it be inside, outside the bathroom, eating time. I feel like these rules apply anywhere. The current expectations in the school that I volunteer for, they have a really cool motto. It is keep it simple. And their rules and expectations look like this: quiet voices, looking eyes, walking feet, listening ears, helping hands, clean classroom, safe play. All of those are applied throughout the day in every aspect of the school. Let's talk about those procedures. The transition from center to center is what I chose. I also chose lining up to go outside, hand washing, and the transition from school to home. So before centers, children are reminded to clean up. Children are given 1 minute reminder for each center so they know when to start cleaning up. Children engage in a cleanup song as they clean, and children are reminded to stand behind their chairs and wait for the teacher to signal that it's okay to switch groups. When lining up to go outside, this transition consistently occurs after circle time to help with predictability and ensure a smooth transition. Children are dismissed one at a time by the teacher while the second teacher waits at the door. This second teacher will check their roll sheet to make sure that the child lines up and is accounted for. This process of checking a child will happen with each transition in or out of the building. The line leader and door leaders help with are help, and they are dismissed first. And as the children are dismissed to line up by the door, they are reminded to grab their water bottles. This is a line. There is also a line that will be marked by the door, and this will help assist the children to line up. Also, I like to incorporate some sort of fun little game like Catch a Bubble, to make that transition down the hall fun and not so noisy, like a fun way to get down that hall. Hand washing. During hand washing transition, one teacher should supervise the child while the other teacher is supervising the children who are being dismissed from the washing station. Above the sink, I would like to provide a visual aid of the hand washing routine. Each child will sing happy birthday song as they wash their hands. The sink, soap, and paper towels in the current classroom that I volunteer, and actually most classrooms that I've seen, are now automatic to reduce the spread of germs. After hand washing, the children are instructed to meet the other group teacher while they wait at circle time. Transition from school to home pickup time. Procedures for this are in our post-COVID world. Parents currently in our area are not allowed to come all the way into the classroom, so they're going to insert a code on upon arrival, and parents will wait at the door. They're not allowed in the classroom, unfortunately, so the child who is being dismissed will go to that student checkout area that's near the door, and they get to move their little picture from the from the school to the home slot. One teacher will walk that child to the door, check that child out on the class roll sheet or tablet, and this teacher will assist with any items that need to be taken home, relay any messages or notes that need to be given to the family. The second teacher will supervise the main group of children during this interaction. If more than one parent arrives at a time, they will wait to line up until the parent in front of them has left. Each child and family is given that one-on-one attention during this transition. Safety procedures. Classroom teachers will stay with their class and take attendance. Classroom teachers will stay with the class unless needed to temporarily transport supplies, carry messages, or perform emergency first aid procedures with injured students. Remaining in the classroom for lockdown procedures, evacuate outside for fire and earthquake procedures. In a fire evacuation, teacher will guide the children out of the building safely and to that designated area, and remember to carry that first aid kit with them. In a earthquake, the children will be instructed the drop commands, and they will all go under the tables. Remember to face away from the windows, cover that head, and the teacher will remain silent, help the children to remain silent until instructed otherwise, and they're given that signal to carefully and safely leave the area. Unfortunately, we do have a red procedure. This is something that was newly implemented in this school with a little bit more detail. It is that code red procedure for active shooters and terrorist attacks. The children and the children and faculty will stay inside the buildings. The teachers will be instructed to make sure that those children are in quiet areas. They are barricading themselves, and the teachers will secure all the exterior doors with this special feature called a night lock. If possible, teachers will shut all the blinds and turn on exterior lights if no threat is in the classroom. Teachers will wait till the head of school or police department is there to clear the classrooms. There is also a student release procedure, and this is that all students must be accounted for. Parents walk into the parking lot area, and students will be released when the paperwork is completed. The signed release is given to an administrator who will authorize the runner to obtain the student for release. Emergency release forms indicate authorization from an authorized adult to whom the student can be released. Here is a list of my references. Thank you so much for listening to my video.